Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with a free pick in the Celtics versus Mavericks NBA matchup on Friday, March the 1st, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for one-on-one style service. We offer those, but they're not available on the website. You have to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got the Celtics taking on the Mavericks, and the Celtics come in with the best record in the NBA, 46-12. And as Jay Briggs pointed out on the morning show yesterday, or 2 days ago it was, he said, the difference between the Celtics and second place in the East is bigger than the entire spread of all of the playoff teams in the Western Conference. So that's how much winning the Celtics have done. But as we all know, whether they win the East by one game or whether they win it by 20 games, all it gets them is the number one seed, and you lose one home playoff game, and there goes your whole home field advantage out the window. It really doesn't matter. What you're playing for is the ring, and the Celtics haven't got one of those in a while. Of course, they are the winningest franchise in NBA history, but not the current group of players. Maybe winning a lot of regular season games and playing in a lot of Eastern Conference finals, but that really isn't the goal when you have a team that plays at this level. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Dallas Mavericks, 2 years ago made it to the Western Conference Finals. Last year, didn't even make the playoffs, and this year, certainly a comeback type year, and 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games. Of course, one of those games was that buzzer beater that they lost by against Cleveland. It was basically, a full court heave that hit the bottom of the net, and that's gonna happen. It's part of basketball, but you can't say that they were outplayed in that game, even though the Cavs and Strus certainly played well in the fourth quarter of that game overall. But at the same time, it was one of those just miraculous shots, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. The Mavs have been straight up fire against the number on the road, 18-10 against the number on the road this season. They're also 8-2 against the number in their last 10 games. While the Celtics, while they have that gaudy home record, 27-3. They're 16-14 against the number. So while they win a lot of games, the expectation is extremely high. These teams met in January in Dallas. It was the Celtics with a 9-point win in this one. That was the only meeting of these two teams this season. The Celtics were only favored by 2.5 points in that game. When we look at what the Mavs have done recently, it was back-to-back losses against the Pacers and the Cavaliers, and then that win against the Toronto Raptors by 11, very decisive win at Toronto. So they're coming back from this in their fourth consecutive road game now, taking on the Celtics. They did have a night off. The Celtics have been, straight fire. They've won 9 games in a row, including all their games since the All-Star break, and they've covered the spread in all of those games as well. I think, though, in those games, they played the Bulls, then they played the Knicks, who are all banged up. They played the Sixers, who are all banged up. And this is really their first time against a team, somewhat at full strength. I think the Mavericks are going to show the Celtics exactly the way that works, because as good as, some of these Celtics players are, the Mavericks have the best player on the floor in Luka. And I think he comes through with the big game. I'm going to take the Mavericks, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.